He got my letter! Is going on, everybody? Nintendo's global president, Tatsumi Kimishima, he has recently been interviewed and they asked him questions about the Nintendo NX. And so this isn't coming from some industry insider. This isn't coming from some random YouTuber. This is coming straight from the president of Nintendo himself. So let's look at some of the things he's saying about the system, and I'm gonna share my thoughts. First, they ask, what are your thoughts on your next generation console, the NX? Listen to what he says. He says it's something very new. The hardware, the software lineup, all of it's something I'd like to play for the first time myself. This is what I keep getting from Nintendo. It's something completely new. And so Nintendo is doing something that we really are not expecting and anticipating. Who knows what this new thing that they're doing is, but it will be revealed sooner than later. So let's keep going. Here's the next thing they asked. By releasing in March 2017, you're missing end of the year sales. Isn't that a bit late? This is his response, because that's what I'm saying. You're missing the holiday rush. But here's his response. It's for the purpose of our game development schedule. When people finish launch titles, they'll want things to buy in spring or summer break at Christmas. As such, it's simply not a question of when the hardware's ready. Rather, we need to ensure our software lineup is also in a good place. This is what I want to hear. They are making sure that we get a steady stream of games when this system launches. And so the reason why it's been pushed past the holiday season is so they can have games. I don't play hardware, I play games. And so good to see that they're gonna have the games ready. Now, here's the next thing they asked. Is that in response to criticism that the Wii U stalled out due to a lack of games? Now, we remember when the Wii U launched, a lot of games were delayed. I remember Pikmin 3 specifically was delayed. All we had was New Super Mario U at launch. But here's his response. Was this a response to the Wii U? And this is what he says. It was indeed a learning experience for us. However, it's also true that we were struggling with the exchange rate at that time as well. And so he does admit that the Wii U launch experience was a learning experience for them. We can't launch a console without games. I know you guys can agree with that. Now, here's the next question. They only have a couple more questions that they asked him specifically about the NX. Given the NX will be released next March, won't that cause people to stop buying consoles this year? That's right. And so we know the NX is coming. I get this asked all the time. OBe1, should I buy a Wii U? Should I buy a 3DS? I say still buy it used. Don't buy it new, because you know the NX is coming out. Find you a used Wii U and play them games, baby. A lot of good games. Splatoon, Mario Kart 8, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Bayonetta 2. A lot of good games exclusively to the Wii U. But let's listen to his response about, is this going to stop people from buying Wii U's and 3DS? He says, our business is a lively one. Of course, if you compare the Wii U to the Wii, you understand the situation. That's right. The Wii was selling in gangbusters, the Wii U not. Let's continue what he's saying. When the NX is released, the Wii U business will slow. But the 3DS has Pokemon coming this autumn. And that's such a big hitter that I can't imagine the NX will have a negative impact on the 3DS. And so this response right here shows that he does admit that when the NX comes out, the Wii U sales are gonna be drying up. And that's obvious. Every new console, the previous generation, dries up once a new system is revealed. So let's keep going to his question. Now, this next question really put question marks all around me. This is what they asked, and listen to what he says. It seems more to me that the NX will have an effect on the Wii U due to the fact that both will be consoles. Listen to what he says. I suppose it can be seen that way. However, the NX is neither the successor to the Wii U nor to the 3DS. It's a new way of playing games. which I think will have a larger impact than the Wii U. But I don't feel it's a pure replacement for the Wii U. This is what I'm thinking. To me, it seems like I'm gonna be able to play this NX on the go, anywhere, and at the same time connected to an HD TV, just by this response that he was a little ambiguous. It's not gonna replace the 3DS, it's not gonna replace the Wii U. I think it's gonna replace both, but they don't wanna say it. Now, let's get to the final two questions that they asked him. The forecast for the fiscal year ending March 2017 remains unchanged from last year. However, projected Wii U sales are 240,000 units behind. Do you feel the NX will sell enough to make up the difference? Do you think that NX is going to be selling in gangbusters? Let's listen to his response. He says the NX is still an uncertain quantity, so any numbers are tentative. However, it's true it will be difficult unless we foster a strong interest in the NX in our customers. In addition, I have high hopes for the sales of our smartphone apps. And so he's saying, we gotta make the NX appealing. It was rumored at the beginning of the year that the company that does the parts for large consoles, that they were expecting a 20 million unit shipment from Nintendo, that Nintendo was expecting to sell 20 million unit NXs. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see until Nintendo spills even more beans. But while Nintendo is spilling beans, let's get to the last question. I am curious about the price. This is what they're asking him. Nintendo has a history of value-focused consoles, meaning Nintendo has a history of cheap consoles. This is what he says. It's true there is a certain expectation for the price of Nintendo consoles. Our developers put a lot into them, but we cannot sell at a loss, meaning that they want to push technology, but they don't want to have it too costly. The final price is determined by balancing these two conflicting ideas. I don't believe it's as simple as, because this is a new platform, we can make it more expensive. So it sounds like they are not trying to make this an expensive console. Nintendo has a history of reasonably pricing their consoles, and I think that this is gonna happen with the NX. I think there was another interview where he did say that they are not, he did say it in another interview, I don't remember where, but he did say they don't plan on selling the Nintendo NX for a loss. And so, what are your thoughts on everything Kimishima has said? What stood out to you? Let your boy know. But before you go, make sure if you like that Nintendo, click that subscribe button.